process of being a traitor to the crown.
I haven't seen her since, well, it must have been a few
So we're done at the market. Got my bag of goodies here. Got lots of different bits. George got his bits. It was really nice actually. I really enjoyed it. There's lots of people that are local, and then others who said that they've travelled a little bit. I think one guy was from Malvern, so a little bit of a trek. But it was really interesting to see all the local small businesses and artists and everything. And it was really pretty actually. All the products that were there were really interesting and unique, and I can't wait to try all the baked bits that I've bought and things. But I definitely think I'll go again. Really nice, and made some friends, I'd like to think. Took loads of business cards. So yeah, really good. I just popped to Starbucks to get a coffee, and we've just popped into Morrison's to get dinner. And Jordan has been looking at plants, as always. He's a proper plant dad. £2.20 for the two.
One of them all over
There are some really nice ones at this time of year. It's the good thing about spring. Easy to get loads of pretty plants. We're just about to head out to my grandmother's because it's her 70th birthday, but I just wanted to quickly show you very quickly before we go what I picked up. So first of all, we've got this was a guy who was offering ground or coffee beans, and we were talking to him about doing a course on how to roast coffee, so took a leaflet to do that. Another leaflet from an artist. This was an artist I actually got to speak to. She was a lovely lady, really nice, and she had some beautiful designs, so I had to get something. In the end I picked a notepad. She had gorgeous tote bags that I really wanted to buy, but in the end I got a notepad, which I thought was really pretty. And this is the artist here. I'll put her shop in the link so you can take a look. She was really friendly. This was a gift that I got for a friend for his birthday. There's 3 different rums in there. There's a honey spiced rum, a cherry rum, which you can't see at the moment, and an apple spiced rum. He loves rum, so had to get him that for his birthday. These are empanadas, I think you say. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I've never tried them before, so I bought 3, and I'll try those later. What else do we have? This is a Biscoff. Is that the block? Yeah. So this is a Biscoff s'mores brownie. I love Biscoff and I love s'mores, so had to get that. This one is Biscoff and Caramac, Rocky Road, which you can kind of see in there. And that's the s'mores brownie. Can't wait to try those. And then last but not least, I got a bottle of plum wine because I love plum wine. I'm not a big wine drinker, but fruit wines I really like. And Jordan and I usually get a bottle of plum wine at Christmas to drink. And I've only ever drank one brand. I've never had sort of homemade plum wine, so really excited to try that as well. And yeah, that was all I got. Jordan bought a hot sauce, which was pineapple and lime, but he's already taken that downstairs into the kitchen, so I can't show you that. But yeah, really happy with everything that I got. Really good market. Morning everyone. Today I'm going to the Creative Craft Show in Birmingham at the NEC. I managed to get a ticket for about £6. It was on offer. Also, this scheme that I'm part of means that I can get NEC tickets for cheaper or discounted. So I thought £6, no brainer. I have been once before, but it was years ago. So I imagine it might have changed since then, or might not, we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going, and from what I remember, you know, there's loads of vendors and stuff that sell unique fabrics, and you know, well, you can imagine craft materials that you perhaps wouldn't come across. So it's really nice to go and see what you can find. But also, I'm going today because I want to see like what's trendy and things at the moment in terms of print work and illustration and homeware and things like that. Obviously stuff that's all centered around my shop. So I'm going for fun, but also for a little bit of market research, if I'm totally honest. And just to try and get inspired, because I haven't been doing a lot of artwork since the move and things. It absorbed a lot of my mental space, as you know, a move would. So yeah, I think this is the time now. The move's happened and we're slowly starting to settle. This is the time for me to get back to my creative side and get inspired and do things again. So let's head to the NEC. everyone, I am back from the craft show. As you can see, excuse the look, I am sweating in my house because it's so hot, so I've just pinned my hair up real quick and threw something on, just quickly got changed, so excuse me there. But I just wanted to take a minute to show you what I picked up. First of all, my thoughts on the event. It was smaller than I remember, or at least smaller than the first time that I went. I don't know if that's because of the pandemic maybe, and they wanted to keep it scaled down or something, or maybe there's just not so many people interested in vending anymore. Even at that kind of size, there was still quite a lot of people, still a lot of weaving in and out between booths and things like that. Still plenty of things there, still plenty to see, so it was a nice day out. But with the size that it was, I can't say that I spent probably more than an hour exploring. I think if you want to stop and check each seller and vendor individually, and you want to really engage with them and look at their wares at length, then you would probably spend more than that. You'd probably spend maybe 2 hours, but I wouldn't expect to spend more than 2 hours, at least not at this weekend. I don't know how it is in the winter. In the winter they do actually connect to the Christmas event, so one ticket will buy you an entry into both the craft show and the Christmas event, so obviously you'll spend more time there. But in the summer, if it's anything like it was this time, you won't spend a lot of time there, if I'm being completely honest. The range of stuff, like I say, was really interesting. There was so much different things, you know, hair, accessories. Obviously you got your typical craft stuff like fabrics and beadwork, knitting, all of that, but there was some stuff that I wouldn't expect to see as well, so that was really interesting. You'll have seen from my clips all the types of things that were there. The sellers were really friendly and nice. I even got a little freebie from one of the stalls. She spotted my camera. I'll show it to you in a moment, but she spotted my camera, saw that I was vlogging, and she basically asked if I would do an unboxing on my channel, which of course I'm more than happy to do, and it was really, really kind of her to offer. So she gave me a little free candle, which I'll show you in a second. As for the age ranges, I personally, being completely honest, expected it to be a range, but really it was mostly older people. I personally thought that crafting was coming back into fashion, let's say, but maybe not. It was more of the older people that went. There were some children, but not a lot, and not really that many people around my age. A few, definitely, but definitely not the majority either. So at that, would I recommend the event? Yes, definitely. If you are a craft lover, then I would definitely go and check it out. The tickets are more than affordable, nothing extortionate, so you can't really lose, and it's a nice day out. Well, at least a nice morning out, and if you've got it spare, then I would say go and check it out and see what you can find. And you never know, you might find something that you've never heard of before that you could get into, so definitely would recommend. Only downside, as I say, is it's quite small, so don't expect to be there from morning till evening. It just won't last that long. So enough chatter, I'll show you what I picked up. So first of all, I'll show you something that is actually for Jordan. It's not for me because it's an aftershave, but I saw a stall called the Parfum Club, and they do like inspired by, a bit like the Perfume Vault, if you've heard of them. They do inspired by, so basically perfumes and aftershaves that are in the market at the moment, they will do their own take on them, so they're similar. And this one is inspired by Tom Ford's Tobacco and Vanille. So that bottle there was £15. They did have an offer where if you bought 3 or more, they would be £12.50 each, but I was only really picking this up for Jordan, so I just got 1 bottle at £15. Next is some, you don't know if you'll see them, but they are honey and cinnamon cashew nuts. I will be completely honest, I don't usually buy nuts really. If I do, it's because I've just had a random craving for them, but they're not sort of my go-to purchase. The seller that was running the store basically like drew me in. He was a good salesman, to put it that way, and yeah, I ended up buying some from him. But you do get a decent size. I'll be honest, it was £6, which personally I didn't really want to pay. If that makes me sound cheap, I'm sorry, but yeah, I was like, I'm not a massive nut fan, and then £6 for a bag that I was just kind of buying out of politeness. It was a bit more than I would pay, but then when I actually got the bag, there's quite a decent weight there, so you know what, not too bad. And for a flavour that you can't just buy at your local shop, that's fair enough. And they look fresh, so yeah, maybe that's a fair price. I'm not saying that they're overpriced, I'm just saying it's not really something that I would personally pay for, but it's a difference, isn't it? So honey and cinnamon. I'll be completely honest, the honey comes through fine, the cinnamon isn't very strong. And now cinnamon's probably my favourite flavour. I love cinnamon anything, but they're not very cinnamon-y at all, if I'm honest. They're just quite sweet. You get a hint of the cinnamon at the end, but never mind, they'll still get eaten. They're still tasty all the same. The only thing that I forgot to get from that store was a card, so I can't tell you what store it was from. I know it began with an AX, but I can't remember the exact name, I'm sorry. If I find out, then I'll put it in the description for you if you wanted to check them out and have a look. Now, as for the very kind lady that I came across who was selling her candles and melts and things like that, who very kindly gave me a nice little freebie, this is her card. Here are her socials. And the candle that I chose is coffee, because personally I haven't seen a coffee candle before, and I thought it was really unusual, so that was the one that I picked. But she does loads of different fragrances, you know, your standard ones like vanilla and things like that, but she also does oud, coffee, like I say, lots of fruit flavours as well if you're more into the fruity type of candles. But this is the box and the logo. I like the packaging, it's very cute, it's nice, and it's almost luxury in a way. It's, you know, the black makes it very classy and elegant, which I like. It's a soy candle actually, which I didn't know. I didn't see that at the store, but it's a scented soy candle. So when you open the box here, it's like that. And then that is the candle itself. Obviously it says made in Britain at the bottom. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's completely what you would expect a coffee candle to smell like. It's coffee, but it's got that like waxy smell to it as well, which isn't unpleasant. It's basically what you would expect. But it's nice and strong, it's not dull where it's just barely there. It's very strong of the scent. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I do like that. And it says on the bottom that it's 25 hours burn time. So a size like that, they say will burn for 25 hours. So plenty. And from the address on the bottom, it looks like they're based in Manchester, so they're actually not too far from me in Birmingham. So yeah, I like that, and I will definitely put that in the bedroom, and I'll be lighting that when I'm reading my next book. So thank you very much, Art Candles, and for the lady that was running the stall, it was really nice to meet you, and thank you so much for my gift. So then, last but not least, Mary's. That was a baked goods store. Very, very cute packaging here. I bought 2 Biscoff brownies, and I had them boxed because I'll probably eat them tomorrow now. There's the label. There are the cookies on the inside. How immense do they look? I love Biscoff flavour anything. I find Biscoff is kind of, I call it Marmite. People either love it or they hate it. Most people that I talk to tend to like it, but for anyone who doesn't, they're like, oh no, can't stand it. So I think it's a bit of a love-hate flavour, but again, I'm not going to eat those today. I'll try those tomorrow, so I'll let you know in the next vlog how they were, but I can't imagine that they're going to be bad. I mean, it's a Biscoff cookie and they look insane. But yes, that was all I bought. Again, I was hoping there would be more stalls that had a few more homeware-y bits, so you know, books, things for around your house and stuff like that, and there wasn't really anything like that, so I didn't buy much, admittedly, but it was still a really good experience, and you should definitely check it out if you get the chance.